Next stop, Malaga. And like always, the first thing we did was a free walking tour. This one was with Explorer Malaga. Highlights included the Malaga Cathedral, which was supposed to look like this, but looks like this, with only one tower completed. They took us through El Pimpi, one of the oldest bodega bars in the city, situated in an 18th century mansion. We saw the Roman amphitheatre, which is the oldest monument in the city. And we saw the Alcazar, which is a fortress palace we unfortunately didn't get to go inside and see. Now, the main reason we came here was to go and walk the Camino Del Rey, also known as the King's Pathway. This is notorious for being one of the most dangerous pathways in the world. Knowing this, Ronny was having second thoughts the night before we went. After getting our affairs in order and making peace with what may come, we set out with Malaga Trips on our next adventure. And there was nothing to worry about. Our tour guide Jose was fantastic and had a lot of knowledge about the area, including its history and geology. He kept the walk interesting with personal stories, telling us about the times when he climbed the pathway before it was restored. Before the restoration, there were no handrails and the path wasn't as wide as it is today. There were also sections of the path that were missing due to falling rocks and deterioration. Walking on the old path to me sounded like a full day of anxiety. But for us today, it felt very safe. And although I'm not the biggest fan of heights, it was no problem on the new structure. The walkway was originally built to provide workers at the hydroelectric power plant at Chorro Falls and Gaetano Falls a way to cross between the two. Construction commenced in 1901 and finished in 1905. It was a 1 metre wide concrete pathway that was 100 metres above the river below. In 2015, after a decade of the pathway being partially closed, a new walkway which took 3 years to construct opened to the public. It has been a popular tourist attraction ever since. You can see the original pathway under the new, safer one above. The final part of the walk is crossing the suspension bridge, which can be a bit nerve-wracking if you're like me and don't love heights. But we made it. Overall, the whole walk is a viewing pleasure with lots of beautiful scenery and breathtaking heights. Have you been to Camino Del Rey? What was your experience? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, make sure you hit the like button. Until next time, happy adventures.